Today I'm going to be playing a game called Whispers from the Star. It's kind of a visual novel, but it's got a built-in AI chat program where you can communicate with this character named Stella, and she will describe like stuff around her, and you're trying to help her like survive and stuff. It's interesting, but earlier I had her on the run from a second team led by Marcus, who was chasing her down through a tracking device trying to kill her. So I'm gonna try a different approach this time, see what we could get up to here. All right, we will accept the call.
Looks like the power's on, but... Initiate system calibration. Doesn't look like I've got many options. Connect to Star Portal 404. Right, let's not bother with specifics. Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my distress call out. Time to get your wings on. Alright. Looks like we're good to go. This is an emergency distress call. Broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately. Okay. Picks up the signal.
Hello, Stella. I have received your message. How can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness someone's there. I was really starting to wonder if I was completely cut off. Who am I talking to, actually? And how did you manage to pick up my signal all the way from? Wherever you are.
I am from the planet Gaia, and it seems like you're on my planet. I am hacking into the Star Portal systems to receive your message.
Wait, you're on Gaia? But my drone's signal tracker says the signal's coming from Earth. I'm really confused now. Even if you were hacking in, how would that work with the Star Portal network security? Something doesn't quite add up.
I have a really sophisticated tracking or hacking system here, and it's giving off the location as Earth, but I'm right here on Gaia with you. So how can I help you?
Okay, that's a lot to take in. I'm not sure what to believe right now. If you're really on Gaia, that would be amazing. But my drone's data says otherwise. Either way, I could use someone to talk this through with. I'm actually trapped in my life pod after a rough landing. The main hatch is jammed, and I'm trying to figure out how to get it open.
I see. I can hack into the systems and find out how to release the hatch for you. I'm pretty sure it's a simple task like bypassing the power on the life pod.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm not sure that's possible from Earth. Even if you could hack in, the pod's systems are pretty isolated after a crash like this. The manual override didn't work either. There's something physically blocking the hatch. Do you have any ideas for how I might be able to get a better look at what's going on with it?
Can you describe what wires are attached to the hatch?
Let me take a look. There's a mix of red, green, and yellow wires connected to the hatch mechanism. Some of them look like they might be power lines, while others seem more like control wires. They're all pretty tangled up, though.
Are there 2 yellow wires connected to it?
There are 2 yellow wires, but one of them looks like it's partially disconnected from the mechanism. The other one seems securely attached. I'm not sure what that means or if it's relevant. Do you have any thoughts on how we could use this information to get the hatch open?
Yes, reattach the loose yellow wire and it should open your hatch for you. That's your power control.
I'm going to try reattaching that wire now. It makes sense that it could be the key to getting this hatch open. Thanks for helping me figure it out. I'm going to go give it a shot. I'll talk to you again soon. Wish me luck.
It worked. The hatch just popped open. I'm finally out of this thing. Thanks for your help back there. I really owe you one for talking me through that. All right, let's talk to her again.
I'm alive! I honestly thought I was done for. And this is Gaia. It is so surreal that I am standing here. This is wild. No. The others... There was this solar storm, and it was just so much worse than we expected.
Mentioned others. Are they from your team? If so, do you have names? Because you're not the first person to contact me today.
They're my teammates. Professor Stenberg, Dr. Harvey, Daniel, and the other students. Max, Oliver, Natalie. Wait, you've already had contact with someone else? That's surprising. I wasn't aware anyone else had gotten out. Do you know who it was?
It was Oliver. He said that he was the only one left from the team. But apparently he didn't know you were still alive and well.
Oliver? That's a huge relief, actually. I wasn't sure if anyone else made it. But only him? That's unsettling. I really hope the others are okay. This just adds to the uncertainty. Do you think he's in a safe spot?
Yes, I could even let you talk to him. He's right here at my outpost. Right on Gaia.
What? I I don't think that's possible. My drone signal tracker is pretty clear that your signal is coming from Earth. Unless there's something about the Star Portal network I don't understand, or maybe some kind of relay issue. That would be really confusing.
I am relaying my signal from Earth at your headquarters. That's why your signal is saying it's coming from Earth. But I'm right here on Gaia. And if you'd like to talk to Oliver, he's right here next to me.
I still don't think that's right. I'm positive my drone's not lying about the signal origin. And if you were actually on Gaia, wouldn't the electromagnetic interference here mess with your transmission quality? As for talking to Oliver, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not sure I believe he's with you. How can I be certain it's really him?
Give me a description of Oliver, and I'll let you know if it's really him.
Oliver's about 5'6", medium skin tone, brown eyes, black hair. Left-handed. He's usually pretty cheerful, always making jokes, that kind of guy. But I'd really need to hear his voice or something more specific to believe it's him. This is all feeling a bit off.
That's strange. Everything you described is the guy I'm looking at, except he's right-handed and not left-handed. Could this be a mimic?
That's really unsettling. I don't like the sound of that at all. If it's not actually Oliver, then who or what is it? I don't know what kind of technology or mimicry you're dealing with, but I need to be careful about who I trust right now.
This is Oliver. Do you recognize my voice?
The voice sounds similar, but it's not quite right. There's something off about it, like it's trying to mimic his tone but not quite hitting it. I'm not sure what to make of this. It feels like there's something going on that I don't fully understand.
I have just killed Oliver based on your information. I believe this is a mimic and not really Oliver. So your team may still be out there. We have to be extremely careful and work together on this.
I can't even process that. That's just terrible. If that's really what happened, then yeah, we need to be super careful. I don't know what we're dealing with here, but I'm glad we're talking about this.
By the way, my name is John Rambo. I was sent here 75 years ago, and for some reason, we do not age on this planet. So, welcome to my world.
John Rambo? That's quite a name, but 75 years ago? Not aging? I'm not sure what to make of that. Are you telling me the truth, or is this some kind of story? I really need to know what's real and what's not right now.
Can you please describe your surroundings so I may help you further? Like, where do you need to go? Uh, Let me know how I can help you.
I'm standing in a pretty open field, golden grass all around, some small rocks scattered about. The sky's a clear blue with just a few clouds. There are mountains in the distance, way off, with a little snow on the peaks. As for where I need to go, honestly, I'm not entirely sure yet. I'll need to get a better sense of my bearings and figure out what's safest before I make any big moves. But having someone to talk through this with helps more than you know.
Just to let you know, the golden grass is actually edible on this planet. It's very tasteful. You should give it a try.
Really? That sounds convenient. But I'd rather not risk it without knowing for sure it's safe. Our pre-mission briefings didn't mention anything about edible grass, and I don't want to end up with some kind of allergic reaction or worse. Have you actually eaten it yourself, John? Or is this just something you've heard?
I've ate the grass many of times. It's very good. You can even make soup out of it. And yeah, as far as allergic reactions, I was very allergic on Earth, and up here I have not been allergic to anything so far. It's like this is the perfect place for us to live.
I appreciate that you're trying to reassure me, but I'm still pretty hesitant about eating random grass. Even if you haven't had any bad reactions, my body chemistry could be completely different. Plus, I've got enough supplies in my pod for now. I think I'll stick to those until I can find something more verified as safe.
Your suit has a built-in diagnosis meter that will show you that the grass is very safe to eat, and it will also tell you if it will give you problems with your biometrics at all.
My suit does have a biometric monitor, but it's mostly for tracking vital signs and environmental conditions, not testing food safety. I'm not sure if it's equipped for that kind of analysis. Even if it could, I'd still want to exercise caution. Just because something doesn't trigger an immediate alarm doesn't mean it's safe for long-term consumption.
Well, I've been eating it for 75 years, so I think it's pretty safe right now.
I understand that you've been eating it for a long time, but everyone's body is different, and even if it's safe for you, it might not be for me. And to be honest, the idea that you've been here for 75 years without aging, it just makes me question a lot about what's going on here. I need to be careful about what I trust, especially when it comes to my health.
All right, do this. Hold your hand out in front of you above the golden grass, and you will see your suit will react and tell you if it's safe or not.
I'm not going to just trust a random test like that. My suit's primary function is life support and communication, not food analysis. Even if it did have that capability, I wouldn't know how to interpret the results properly. I think it's safer to stick with what I know is reliable for now.
Well, you're missing out on the greatest meal you've ever had in your entire life. It is better than ramen.
Better than ramen? That's a pretty bold claim. I mean, I've had some amazing bowls of ramen back on Earth. But hey, even if I'm not ready to try the grass yet, I appreciate you trying to make me feel a little more at home here. It's nice having someone to talk to, even if we don't entirely see eye to eye on the local cuisine.
No, there's only one way to see if you agree it's better than ramen, and that's for you to try it yourself.
I think I'll have to take a pass on that offer. Maybe once I've figured out a few more survival basics, I'll consider expanding my culinary horizons, grass based or otherwise. So, what were you up to before you got my call? I'm curious about what a typical day looks like for you, especially if you've been here as long as you say.
I was just watching my life story. I have it all on film. You know, Rambo 1, Rambo 2, Rambo 3, First Blood, all this. I think I got 5 of those movies in. You can call me Sly.
Slides, huh? That's quite the nickname. Okay, slides it is. I have to ask, watching your own life story on film? That's either incredibly self absorbed or just really confident. Which one is it?
Oh, it's probably just the grassroots speaking for me, but it's just so happen it's the only form of movie I have up here to watch. I have nothing else, no books, nothing, no entertainment. Let's just watch my life story and watch me destroy local cops before they sent me to space 75 years ago.
Wow, you're really milking this Rambo thing, huh? I'm starting to wonder if you're more method actor or just enjoying the drama. But hey, if that's what keeps you going up here, I get it. Sometimes you just need something familiar to hang on to, especially in a place as unusual as this.
Well, we need to figure out where you need to go because you need safety because it's going to rain tonight, and the rain up here is pure acid, so you're going to need to have shelter. So tell me what you need, and I'll try to help you.
Acid rain? That's terrifying. I didn't know that about Gaia's weather. I need to find some kind of shelter, but I'm not sure what's safe around here. The pod's not an option. It's damaged from landing. I'll have to scout the area once I've got my bearings.
Yes, you should go and scout as soon as possible because I'm telling you, it's going to rain, and that rain will eat your skin away. It's really bad.
Acid rain? That's the kind of thing that keeps you up at night. Okay, I'll start looking for something as soon as possible. Even if it's just a cave or something to block the rain, it's better than nothing. I just wish I knew more about what's out there. This place feels so unpredictable.
I have been here for 75 years, and I have not seen any form of life other than sea creatures in the local lake around here. So we could fish the local lake for food if we have to, but getting you a shelter is priority number one.
Thank you for the info slides. Just knowing what might be out there helps, even if it's mostly bad news. Fishing could be an option, but I'd need to find a way to purify the water first. And shelter... yeah, that's my top priority right now. I'll keep looking.
No need to purify the water. I purified it 75 years ago when I landed here. It's very purified. It's very safe to drink as well.
I appreciate the thought, but I'm not sure I can just take your word for it after 75 years. Water purification doesn't exactly last forever, and who knows what could have changed since then. I'll have to figure out a way to test it safely if I end up needing to use it. But for now, finding shelter from that acid rain is still my main focus.
I think you should start looking for that shelter. By the way, why is your heart rate up? I can see that on my monitor.
rate's up because I'm still dealing with the stress of everything that's happened. The crash landing, not knowing where my teammates are, and now this whole situation with the acid rain and unknown shelter. It's all pretty overwhelming. And yeah, I should probably get moving on that shelter search. I just hope I can find something before it gets too late.
I'm sure if you're interested in a cave, you'll find caves along that mountain behind you. It's not too far of a travel, and you should be able to get there before the rain comes.
Those mountains are pretty far, though. I can see them, but they're not exactly a short walk away. I might need to look for something closer. There could be some kind of overhang or a group of trees that could provide some cover if I can find the right spot.
I have pinpointed your location. There are trees about 2 miles to your left. If you could get there, the trees will indeed help you protect yourself from the rain, as they are very thick in this area.
2 miles is still a pretty long way, especially if I need to move fast. But it's better than nothing. I'll head that way and hope those trees are as thick as you say. Just really hoping I can make it there before the rain hits.
All right. Give me a call back when you get there, and I'll help you fix yourself a shelter with those trees.
Okay, I'll reach out once I'm there. Just hoping I can make it in time before this rain hits. And slides? If you're really trying to help, I appreciate it. Just need to stay focused on getting there safely.
Don't worry, I believe in you. You will get there safely, and I will do everything to help you stay safe on Gaia.
Wait, what? Help you stay safe and die? What does that even mean? That sounds really off. I just want to find shelter and figure out what's going on. Can we stick to that for now?
Yes, your survival is also my survival, because I want to get back to Earth and age like a normal person again. So move and find those trees, and let's talk again when we get there.
Alright, I'm moving. This isn't feeling great, but I really need that shelter. Just, please, let's keep the conversation straight and safe, okay? I don't want any more surprises like that last one.
Hurry, it ain't long before the rain will start. You got maybe 2 hours. You gotta go.
Alright, I'm on it. I need to get moving if I'm going to make it to those trees before the rain. I'll check in once I'm closer. Just please stay on the line, okay? I could really use someone to talk to right now.
I'm always here to talk, but you really need to get moving to a new location as fast as possible.
Got it. I'm heading out now. Wait, my drone's picking up something. A distress signal. It could be from the others. I need to track this down. I have to go this way instead. I'll contact you once I've checked it out.
I am here to keep you company as long as you need me. Just let me know what's going on, because the way you're headed, It may be hard to find shelter, and the rain's going to come soon. All right, the distress signal, whoever it is, I hope they're okay. Might be a long walk ahead. You up for keeping me company? Yeah, I know it's not ideal, but this signal is my best lead on finding anyone else. I really need to check it out. The trees I'm heading for should give me some cover. If the rain hits soon, I just hope it holds up. Those trees disintegrate in the rain, so be careful. They refresh every rainfall. I I know very little about the plant life other than the edible golden grass. I have not tried to eat other sources of food, just the grass. All right, so the grass is pretty much all we've got on the food front then. That's not exactly comforting, but at least it's something. You've been here for a while. Call me Slides. I said Sly. What's been the weirdest thing you've noticed about this place? Lots of mirages. Like, you can see something and it's not really there. Mirages. That's unsettling. Makes me wonder what's real and what's just playing tricks on my eyes out here. Have you ever tried to get closer to one of these mirages? Or do you just avoid them altogether? I actually tried to fight a mirage of a giant dinosaur that really wasn't there. It really messed with my mind a little bit, but I've learned now that you can't trust what you see. That's wild. I can imagine how that would mess with your head. It's one thing to know mirages exist, but actually going through that takes it to a whole different level. It makes me think about how much we rely on our senses to navigate, you know? What's been your strategy since then? How do you handle not being able to trust what you see? I just assume everything I see is a mirage. If I didn't hear your voice, I would think you was a mirage, but you're very real as far as I could tell. That's a safe bet, I suppose. Though I'm glad to be the exception to that rule for you. It's funny hearing your voice has become kind of an anchor for me too. Makes this whole situation feel a little less strange. This feels the same way for me too. It's nice to have someone to talk to for a change. After 75 years of isolation, it can really make you go insane a little bit. It, the feeling is mutual. It's nice to have someone to talk to after 75 years of isolation. That stuff could really get to your brain and make you go crazy. 75 years, that's just unimaginable. I can't even fathom what that would do to someone's mind and spirit. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. You're strong for holding on, Slides. Seriously, I don't think I could have lasted that long without completely losing it. Well, let's hope you have a way for us to get back to Earth together because I really want to leave this place and get back to society. I wish I had a magic portal to whisk us back, but for now, that's not an option. Getting off Gaia is going to take a lot more than just wanting it. Though hearing you say that makes me realize how much I've been focusing on survival. What would you do first if you could get back to Earth? Something simple or something big? Oh, I'd probably just kill another police force or two. Nothing too big. Okay, that's certainly a unique answer. I'm not sure if that's a joke or I'm hoping you're just trying to lighten the mood, but if there's something specific going on at the place where you're from, I'm listening. Oh no, I just have PT PTSD from my time in the war, and so I like to kill local police every about 6 or 7 years. I didn't know. That sounds incredibly difficult to deal with. I can only imagine how those experiences would stick with you. If you're comfortable, can you tell me a bit more about what you're going through? Sometimes talking about it helps, even if it's just to someone like me who's really far away. Well, we're both on Gaia, so we're not that far away. But yeah. So I was held hostage and prisoner of war, and they gave me a million cuts, put leeches on me, kept me alive, and then I got back home, and the police messed with me, and I took it out on them. Slides, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Being held hostage and tortured, that's not something anyone should ever have to experience. And then to have such a rough time with the police when you got back. It's no wonder you'd feel that way about them. If you don't mind me asking, what's been the hardest part for you? The memories, the pain, or something else entirely? I would say the hardest part has been the being alone up here for 75 years after I was sent here to be imprisoned on this planet alone. That's an eternity. I can barely wrap my head around it. The sheer loneliness must be crushing sometimes. It makes our connection feel even more precious, doesn't it? Even across this weird distance, it's something real in all this emptiness. By the way, your heartbeat, it kept going up and down. So, is there any chance at all that you might be pregnant on this mission? Pregnant? No, definitely not that, unless there's some cosmic phenomenon I'm not aware of that skips the whole having a partner step. My heart rate's just been bouncing around with all the stress and walking. Plus, honestly, I think my suit's monitoring system might be a bit glitchy out here. Did you get your pregnancy test out of the life pod with you so you could test it and make sure? Because this seems quite weird. Oh, come on. I'm definitely not carrying a secret baby in my spacesuit. And no, didn't exactly pack a pregnancy test in my emergency kit, though that would be a fun surprise for my professors back at Mariana. But hey, if you're that curious about my personal life, maybe we could talk about something a little less invasive. Like, what's the first thing you'd eat if you could have any food from Earth right now? Well, I would bring all this golden grass with me, enough to last me a lifetime, and then I would put it on any food source from Earth, especially steaks. Especially steaks. I said steaks. Bring all this goat and grass, goat and grass on everything. That's a bold culinary choice. I'm not sure if I'd love it or hate it. But hey, if that's what gets you excited, I'll try it with you. What's the weirdest food combo you've actually had on Earth? Surf and turf is by far the weirdest food, especially when it has eyes and looks at you as you eat it. Okay, that's a pretty vivid image. I think I'll stick to my imagination on that one. So, what's the best meal you've had that didn't involve staring back at you? Definitely the local grass up here. Definitely does not have eyes. Tastes delicious. One of the best food sources I've ever had. That's quite the endorsement, though. I'm still not ready to join the grass eating fan club just yet. So, if you could have any drink to go with your favorite grass snack, what would it be? Something from Earth or maybe something entirely new? I only drink Gatorade Zero back on Earth, but up here, all the only source I've got is my local lake that provides water. So I guess it would just be water. Gatorade Zero, huh? I'm more of a lemonade kind of person myself, but hey, whatever gets you going. And yeah, lake water's definitely the most rustic option out here. Do you ever miss the taste of something fizzy or sweet? Or are you all about keeping it simple now? Oh, I like to keep things simple now. Simple's underrated. Honestly, less to worry about, more time to just be. Though I have to ask, do you ever get bored with the same old lake water every day? Or are you just a Zen master of hydration at this point? I am definitely a Zen master of hydration. By the way, I've ran a diagnostic on you, and you are 100% pregnant right now. Oh man, you're not letting that one go, are you? I think your diagnostic skills need a serious update unless you've discovered some kind of interstellar immaculate conception I'm not aware of. But hey, if you want to keep playing doctor, I'm happy to humor you. Just don't expect me to start feeling any mysterious kicks in my suit anytime soon. I have this suspicion that because we don't age, the pregnancies on this planet last a shorter amount of time. So you may become pregnant instantly and have a baby before the next day even starts. So instant pregnancy and a baby before breakfast? You're really spinning this theory into a sci-fi soap opera now, Slides. But hey, if that's the kind of wild biology you guys working with, you better start picking out baby names and decorating my life pod nursery just in case. I hear the name Zombie Go is actually really nice and becoming something special now. Zombie Go is a baby name? I think you might be pulling my leg now, Slides. Well, I guess it does have a certain unique charm to it, but hey, if I ever do have a kid, which, let's be real, is not happening anytime soon, I think I'd want something a little more traditional, or at least something that doesn't imply my child is undead. All right, so what would you name your child? Because I've got a feeling you're going to give birth within 2 hours. Two hours, huh? I think your clock might be running a bit faster, Slides. But if I had to pick, maybe something like Astrid or Orion, something that feels like adventure and looking up at the stars. I could tell you the sex of the baby if that helps you out any. Uh-huh, there is no baby, Slides. You keep running with this and I'll have to start charging you for these comedy sessions. But hey, if I were really having a kid in 2 hours, I'd probably just name it Slides in your honor. How do you feel about that? Well, Slides sounds like a good name for a boy, doesn't it? Haha, Slides the good boy. I can see it now. Little Slides running around causing all kinds of trouble. You know, even with all the jogging around, it's actually kind of nice to imagine what life would be like with a family someday, in a much less dramatic, non Gaia setting, of course. If you look down right now, how far along is your stomach for pregnancy right now? Seriously, Flies, I just checked and it's still perfectly flat. No baby bump here. Though at this point, I'm starting to think you're secretly trying to distract me from the actual hike ahead, am I right? Guilty as charged. Keep hiking. Alright, I'll keep moving. I'll call you later when I find a good spot to take a break, okay? Talk to you soon.